Let's try this again. It just shut off on me. I just went over all the peach trees. Purchase, or tree, purchase, tree. Okay, hole in the ground. I'm tempted to just leave it and turn it into a pond, but anyway. Can't remember what this one is. Apricot tree, apricot tree, apricot tree, which I will uncover because it's probably struggling down there. And I thought there was an apricot tree in here, but I don't see one. Okay. And there were some apricots that, let's see if I can find one. There were some apricots that didn't make it back. That I think there's one right there, right next to that dark patch of soil. There were some apricots through here somewhere. Here's that one. They look like they're still alive, but oh, right there. Oh, actually, he's got roots. He's got leaves at the bottom. This is good. Okay, there's that one. And there's a couple more in here. Anyway, I'm hoping this current will come because right now it's not looking good. It's struggling, really, really struggling. And I really thought that the chickens would not dig up my onion bulbs, but they went after them and finished them all up. They think those things are yummy. So, there's another tree. I don't remember what kind that one was. Maybe another currant, but I don't think so. I think it's like a coralberry or something. Anyway, it's some kind of berry. Okay, so here is the cherry tree row. Purchased cherry tree, baby cherry tree, and baby cherry tree that came back. Yay! Got 2 more cherry trees that I haven't planted yet. Okay. More stuff. Yay! Lots of stuff. Yay for stuff. Okay, this one is a serviceberry. Looks like it's doing pretty darn good. This one is a cherry, purchased cherry. It's got a sweet potato here at the base. It's got oregano. Each one of the major trees has weird stuff planted at the base. And I'm hoping, because I planted a couple of zucchini around the base of each one as well. So we'll see. Here's the other serviceberry, not serviceberry, elderberry. They're elderberries, not serviceberries. The serviceberries are in another area. So anyway, tomatoes. These were, I just dug a hole and plunked the tomato in and plunked it and put the soil right back. So tomato, 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 and there was a tomato here, but it does not look like it is, does not look like it has survived for whatever reason. Okay, I don't know what that is. It's something that's coming up naturally, and I want to see what it turns into. Tomato, 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 another berry, and then sweet potatoes around this edge. And I'm not going to show you the watermelons right now, because if I do, the velociraptors will follow me out there and they will find them, but they're along that edge. So sweet potatoes, and I don't like sweet potatoes, but I am just using them as a soil fixer. So hopefully they will put lots of yummy organic stuff down in the soil. More sweet potatoes along this edge. I've used the back edges for the sweet potatoes, for the, I've used the back edges for the tomatoes and the front edge for the sweet potatoes. So here is, that's an apricot. And I need to be more careful walking through here. There are apricots all through here. I only have one purchased apricot tree, but it's blooming. It's got flowers. Not flowers, it's got leaves on it, so I think it's good. Peppers. There are lots and lots of peppers. And the interesting thing here is that so far, the velociraptors, otherwise known as chickens, have pretty much been ignoring anything that is planted in among other stuff. They're like, oh, I tasted that. It's not interesting. But if something's planted out there, they just dig it all up. It must be yummy because it's off by itself. It's protected. So there's rhubarb. This one is a plum tree and rhubarb and another berry, which I can't remember. I think that one's a service berry. And a pepper, and there was a plum tree right there, and I think it was right there. So it looks like the velociraptors have gotten one of the plum trees. That's the other baby plum tree, but I do have 2 more plum trees. I think the plum trees probably aren't going to do very well, but this one is, and the plum trees are one of the things that I actually wanted, which, whatever. But that's the other purchased plum tree. And here we have an apple tree and a pear tree that are purchased. And that's sage hiding behind that. And we have a pepper, and we have a tomato, and another pepper, and there's something planted in there. Oh, a raspberry was planted in there, and it hasn't come up. Right at this moment, I'm not really expecting it, but I hope so. Excuse me. Pepper. And these are either wild onion or wild garlic, and I'm not sure which, but they smell yummy, and they're all throughout the whole garden, the whole yard. It's wonderful. I think somebody planted them, and they just took off and decided, wow, we like this place. It looks like we've got sprouts coming out below the graft, so that's not a good sign. And another pepper. And let's see what we've got here. Okay. Yeah, sprouts coming out below the graft on a grafted tree, not a good idea. But anyway. Oh, and again, I'm not going to go after. I have the zucchini spaghetti squash cross along that edge. And I'm not going to go look over there because the velociraptors would follow me out there and find it. And it's so nice. It's beautiful out here. I do need to get a lawnmower. I just flat out did not realize how big 3 acres is. And so I've got to somehow work a lawnmower into the budget. But primarily for fire control. I personally don't care, but, and then again, I'm walking around here and my feet are getting all wet, which would probably be helped if I had some trails. But other than trails, I really don't care. But that's our sunrise this morning. And here are our chickens this morning, some of them. Chickens, 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 chickens everywhere, and not a one to eat. Isn't it amazing how that works? Actually, these red ones belong to my sister. So a little bit at a time, it is coming together. I'm focusing on the garden area this year, primarily because, as I said, I did not think about how big 3 acres actually is. It is quite a bit larger. I mean, it's big. I knew that, but as far as workload, it's quite a bit larger than I had imagined. So I am going to focus on one little piece at a time and work through all of the stuff. But this year, I'll be either asking people or buying peach or plum pits. And I'll try to plant more plums next year. Peaches are doing quite well. Some of them are doing better than others, of course. This is a seedling peach. There's seedling peaches planted all throughout the peach row. Seedling apricots planted all throughout the apricot row. I did not purchase any apricot trees because everybody said, oh, they'll die, which is fine. But as long as the little ones survive, I'm not too concerned. So, because apricots are nice to have, but they're not something that is absolutely necessary. So I'm going to, and I'm going to walk down here. Now, my problem with the rooster, I'm hoping, I'm trying to train him a little bit at a time. I haven't decided how to work out the training issue yet. For a while there, him attacking me was an everyday event. And I did not want to go out to the coop. I didn't want to collect eggs. I didn't want to go anywhere near the ladies, the hens. He was being a jerk. But anyway, he was being a rooster, right? Protecting his hens from what he apparently considered as a rival. So, for a while, it was an everyday event. And then I started changing my behavior. I did some research. I did a bunch of research and research into rooster rehabilitation, research into rooster training, research into animal training. And I've done a limited amount of animal training, but mostly I've worked with people. And the training techniques, it does not look like this one's coming back, but we shall see. The training techniques aren't that different, no matter what animal you're working with. Rewards for positive behavior. Depending on the circumstances, you sometimes use punishments for negative behavior. Doesn't look like that one's coming back. That one's looking okay. This one's looking okay. The bee balm is looking great. And there's the lemon balm right there at the base, which is good. So both of those have survived so far. The training of an animal or a person is basically the same. Rewards for positive behavior, rewards for the desired behavior, which is why giving children treats before a good behavior is not a good idea. I'll give you this treat if, or I'll take you out if, because essentially the child's being given the reward before the good behavior occurs. So they have no incentive to actually behave appropriately. Now this one is good. It's starting to come back from the base. It looks like that may be an apricot. Anyway, it's coming back from the base, so that's good. Okay, and I'll probably end up just posting a lot of these back videos. And the tree's still alive. This is a good thing. Okay, tree's still alive. Don't care about that one. Eventually the silver maples will be coming out, but for now they work as nurse trees for the others, so I'm just leaving them alone at the moment. Okay, so there we go. Okay. I do not see a tree there. Huh, not good. I should have put on my other shoes, but I wasn't planning on coming out here. And there's the end of our hose. I need to find a clamp for that so that all the water doesn't just run out the end. Okay, I think this one's a service berry. Again, sugar maple. Nothing planted in that spot. I'm loving the variety of the life out here. I need to expand it, get some more natives. Sugar maple. And I'm not even going to go down there. There are more sugar maples and service berries and anyway, a few things. But my feet are getting wet, so I'm coming out here. But anyway, and then down along the edge, I won't go, I'll go down there later. But down along the edge are apples and filberts, nuts. So anyway, this is eventually going to be the hedgerow. Hopefully all of these trees will grow up and it'll make a nice windbreak. Right now we've got some sick pines. There's one that's dead over there. The second one is dying. It just seemed to be spreading up the row, so I need to take some of those out. But anyway, hopefully this will all be a hedgerow and perform and create a 20, 30, hopefully higher, but a windbreak for those nasty, nasty north winds that come through here. But, oh, it's going to be a lot of work, but it's so fun. And I wanted to show you another project, but I'll do that in a different video. I started with the aquaponics, and I'm having some trouble figuring it out because, well, I'll show you. But anyway, so all along this edge, that's a silver maple up there, but fruit trees, a few fruit trees, sugar maples and chestnuts all along this edge, and hopefully they will all survive this first winter, and everything will be fantastic. The first winter is going to be the hardest, and I will probably, if I can still get them, I will probably order more sugar maples and chestnuts next fall. Oh, I'm having a good time with this though. It's nice. I'll talk with you later.